Hello, ambiguity and viewers. Today is Sunday. It's a beautiful day outside, and y'all are beautiful, so it just makes my day even better to make this video. My name is Taylor. Let's get started. This week's topic is relationships. Well, being trans, I guess. I'm thinking kind of how this video is gonna go. So I'm gonna be talking about relationships based on friendships. Family, I'm gonna not talk about because that's a different topic. And then romantic slash sexual relationships. Well, I can talk about both of those separately because they're two separate things. So just to start off with a basic friendship thing, surrounding yourself with good people when you are trans and slash coming out slash not passing well is a very beneficial thing to do in the long run. Just because I know it's you can't always be your advocate. You can't always be on your toes and be your number one supporter. You need people to help advocate for you, and those people are going to be your really good friends that are able to stand up for you, tell people when you get misgendered and probably be like, "Hey, I this they use these pronouns." And having them have an understanding of that is something that really goes a long way in a friendship, as well as just having a support system as a rock, like solid, solid. Progressing into romantic relationships. So you kind of go friends to sexual. I mean, friends to romantic to sexual, or yeah. I'm just thinking about I think about the Jonas Brothers. I'm not gonna. uh, I'm just gonna talk about romantic relationships because I don't. So in romantic relationships, it's important that your partner has a general understanding of your identity, or even if you don't have an understanding, having them understand that you don't understand. I've never said understand that many times in one sentence, so I hope that makes sense. You just gotta do shit and make it work, but also having another advocate, your partner should be a really huge supporter to you. Have someone who understands, especially romantically. If you are coming out to them while you're in a relationship with them and they know you by your previous name, whatever, pronouns, that sound really insensitive, I'm sorry. Just having them understand that this is a transition and they are allowed to transition with you, to understand that, and not everything needs to be immediate. And that's something that I've personally had to work on in understanding that, and also just helping other people in the situation. And sexual, this is where it's gonna get really don't do this, do this, advocate because you get intimate with someone and it's very personal and raw. That's the only word I think that could describe it. You just get really raw with someone, raw, intense emotions, making sure those emotions are good, making sure everyone's comfortable, consent. Even when you're with someone who may identify as trans, or if you identify as trans, you are allowed to say stop at any time being, because you're allowed to fluctuate and change your mind, especially when something happens that hurts you or just makes you uncomfortable, or you just don't want to do it. You don't need to put yourself in shoes where you need to make yourself like something. I've done that. I've had situations where I've done things that I wasn't comfortable with, but I knew the other person wasn't. Didn't want to make them feel bad. Don't do that. 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 Because it makes you feel like shit, and also the other person will feel bad if you do tell them, which they shouldn't feel bad. That's you and your decisions, but also constant reassuring, constant asking, as silly as it is, consent is the number one thing. And as many times as you can ask, it does not kill a mood, even though people think it will. It just means that I'm reassuring you this is okay with me, and that I don't want this to come off bad. And if something hurts, you shouldn't sit there and be taking of it and just go with it because it pleases the other person. Your body is important too, especially if someone's watching this and their partner is trans and they may be cis. Your body's important, their body's important, everyone's body's important. Everybody loves bodies. But basically, just analyze, figure out what you're comfortable with. In particular, when you're getting newly sexual with someone, and if you've particularly never been with someone before, just doing what you're comfortable with. If you want to experiment, but realize things may not go well, and you just need to like accept it and just move right on. And just generally be comfortable in your situation. Like, if something's making you feel uncomfy, don't do it. Like, there are people who have dysphoria with their voices, so they may not want to like vocalize how they're doing in this situation. Some people may not like their chest. Like, I've had my chest grabbed so many times and it's so uncomfortable, and you just gotta call it out in the moment. Like, it may be uncomfortable as fuck, but like, you gotta do it. But yeah. That's pretty much the topic. Some life updates. I am in the midst of finals week. My first final is tomorrow at 8 a.m. I'm going to kill someone. Trigger warning, sorry. I am going to be very, very, very upset because it's at 8 a.m. and I don't sleep. So I'm probably going to pull it all night tonight. And I may do a tiny chat if y'all are interested. Comment below and like we can set that up. Because I will probably just be writing a paper, cramming, and looking for people to converse with. Because I'm a lonely person at night. Because I live in a single. But that I go home on Wednesday, so this background will be changing to a green room with my magnets. So like, I'm very excited to go back to that method. Because duct tape on my wall was not a good method for me. It looked good. It looked good. Like, that was my angle. Yeah. I just hit 6 months on T last Monday. 2 days later on that Wednesday, I was 2 months away from actually getting my top surgery, which I'm really stoked about. Like, yo, it's happening, and like, so many good things have been happening to the guys on the channel, and myself, and I hope y'all are doing well, because this video is very long, and I hope y'all are gonna have an awesome week, and I will see you next Sunday in my bedroom. So, it's prom week next week, so like, y'all will see me looking fly as fuck in a tux, and y'all will meet my girlfriend for the first time. Because I'm going to her prom on Saturday night, where I'll be making that video, and it'll be awesome, and y'all will see it. And I get to wear a tux, and it's purple, so I'm very excited. But yeah, have a good week. I will see you next week. Cool. Love you all. Bye.